Jingle, 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 Merry Christmas, drumheads. Welcome back to the show.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Right, so it's obviously a Christmas show.
We made it.
I've made it. So, first and foremost, as everybody can tell, I'm not actually fully my own energy. They'll be feeling it on the screen, Chase. There's a lack of energy on this show.
Yeah.
That's because I went out for a meal last night.
Oh, were there any refreshments?
But no, I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that later down the road. The first thing I want to do is I want to get a shout out to Ingvar Olsen. It's an old friend from hence Norwegian flag behind me.
Naughty.
I don't know if anybody's clocked that that's the Norway flag. Some people maybe be thinking, oh, that's, I don't know, what's she thinking or what?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's Norway. That's who it is. I think the only other flag I've had up is the Zambian flag. For obvious reasons.
Yep.
People are like, what's the obvious reasons?
What is obvious reason?
Right, well, we had Sebastian Pottinger on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've slipped into my Afrikaans here.
Yeah. Don't let it out.
Take a ride at the robots. Anyway, so it's Sebastian Pottinger on the show, and I put up the Zambian flag. Not because Zambia is anywhere near South Africa, really. It's a long walk if you to walk it, right? But I put it up because, I grew up in Zambia. I've got a kind of kindred association with Africa. I kind of like the place. So I put it up. That was my thing. Now we're back to Norway. The Norwegian flag's been there since the start because Ingvar. I had the flag. I put it up my flagpole. See, when you visited Scotland, I like to do this. I like to make my guests welcoming. Put up their flag.
Really?
On the flagpole. Yeah.
I didn't say that for Australia, but yeah.
You never got that, mate, no. You know why? Because we've now moved things about in the back garden that we don't have a flagpole. We used to have a flagpole, but we no longer have a flagpole because things have moved around.
Right.
We've got like the summer house. We've got the Christmas. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is the flagpole's down.
So, also shout out to Ingvar. This flag you've given Andy there caused me a bit of problems in my household because obviously my bird is my missus is Swedish.
It's controversial to the Swede. But then again, listen, see the lot of them. Swedes, Danes, Norwegians. You know what? He's only a friend to Scotland. He's actually quite bad to Scotland. So, you know what I mean? Everybody likes to think, nice of Scandinavia, they're lovely, they're progressive. No, hold on. No, they run about with hatchets, murdering people off the coast of Scotland here, harassing us. Nobody wants to talk about that. They go, no, that was a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
Never forget Orkney. Never forget.
I know, I'm never forgetting. Listen, there's a saying called, Neoblivia Scaris, which is Clan Campbell's motto, right? And it means never forget. Oh. Never forget. Never ever forget. Don't bury it. Don't go like, that was on the past and let's just forget about it. No. The motto is never forget. Ooh. I'm ever going to forget. That's your Clan Campbell. That's Clan Campbell's motto.
Like an old
Oblivious Scaris. Never forgetting. You ever slight me? I'm coming back because I'm never going to forget it. So, with that in mind, welcome people from Scandinavia. We'd love to have you on the show.
I think we need a few more listeners from Scandinavia, actually.
Listen, MD that digs a reindeer's blooming rib and keeps it in the ground for about, I don't know how many days you keep it there, it's about a week or something. And then they dig it up, meet it for Christmas and New Year. Is this a Christmas show? Come on, people. Have you ever tried? I ate it once. I was like, and I'd been in the Faroes, right? Which is just before you get to the Arctic Circle.
Kind of Islands. Yeah.
So I was in the Faroes, and they eat whale, right? So you get whale blubber and whale meat, right? This is a long time ago, people. Please don't start writing in, save the whale. No, right? I get it, right?
They've been trying to keep that on the down low, and you just...
It was their culture, not my culture. So anyway, I was at this kind of big civic thing, and they had the proverbial whale meat and blubber, and I thought, I've got to try it. the whale's been killed. There's no point no trying it now that it's been killed. May as well honour the animal by eating it, right?
Partake.
It's actually a mammal, innit? Honour the mammal. So I scranned into that, and do you know what it was? It was rotten.
Oh,
it was
really?
just like
not for you.
It was just salty fat. Just go into your fridge, dig out a tub of lard, right? Pour hundreds of salt in it, right? And then just get a spoon and eat that. You'd be like, there you go.
Wow.
Yum yum in my chum. So, do you know what I mean?
Well, that's fascinating.
So, why the hell have we got to whale meat? I don't know.
This was
the bottom line is,
I don't think this was on the.
Nothing to do with drumming. Nothing to do with anything. But it's because we're shouting at folk from Norway, Sweden, There you go.
This is obviously 'tis the season, right? And you and me both, we've got a couple of sore heads at the moment. I'm going to tell you, any viewers, you probably notice my face is a bit red, and that is not the lighting. What I've done today, right, is I went out, played a gig on the parade square, passed out some cadets, and I thought,
was that? Or was it?
It was. I got to tell you something as well, man. I've only really played with you really once, standing next to you playing drums, right? But I caught myself having a full-on Andrew Laird moment. I'd taken something from you, and I was like,
good.
I was like,
was that a good thing?
It's bad. I caught myself doing that thing where I start like moving side to side, but I'm like, wait. Should I stick some hand? I was like, he's here now. He's here with me.
Do you know what? Honestly, it's like even I don't like me. I don't know how to explain this, right? You know what I mean? Even I don't like me. People say to me, "What's it like being you?" I go, "Well, I don't know. I don't like the guy I'm with.
Don't ask.
Don't ask me. It's a torture. I tell you what, don't ask me. She's like that. There's this thing that the kids do, right? I don't know whether it's a thing or no, right? But rather than when you're disgusted or angry at someone, where you would maybe mock and kind of pretend to throttle them, right? They throttle themselves and they go, right? And
you didn't teach them that, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, and my daughter does it, and I'm like, and she's like, as if to say, I want to strangle the life out of you. Moving on.
So anyway, I've done this gig. I got the golf clubs in the car. It's a beaming day. It's great. It's absolutely just a crack of a day. 32 degrees.
Wait a minute. You had the golf clubs in the car. I love this. You had the golf clubs in the car. Who were you going to cheat at golf, Jason? Because you're Jason. Because I've played you at golf.
Listen, I don't want to talk about that, right? Because there was no one I could cheat today, buddy. It was all on for the world to see how bad I was at golf today. It was infuriating. Absolutely just depressing. One of those days where you're like, I've ruined my whole day doing this. But I'll persist. I'll finish the whole course, right? And then
keep going. Yeah.
I get to the end of the course. I'm just totally knackered. Get home and then look at myself in the mirror and my whole face is sunburnt. And I'm like, what was that all for? What have I done that for?
I'll tell you what you done it for, right? Right, so MD that knows me, I'm not a great golfer, as you know, right? I'm a kind of, what's the word I'd say? I'm a have-a-go hero golfer. But I'm a have-a-go hero drummer. My God, there must be drummers, like really decent drummers like Kerr McCollum that would watch me go, he's a have-a-go drummer.
I hope he's better at golf than
Stevie Crane must be like, I don't even know this guy's got a show about drumming. The guy can't drum. How would you describe it when you have it? I mean, Matthew Brownlee must have watched us at Elizabeth like that. And he must have been, what do you think of that? He must have been, I don't know how to explain, because obviously being a young guy, like a wee guy, he must have been like, how do you say to this guy, that was rats, without saying that was rats? Do you know what I mean? He's like, interesting. And
he's like, yeah, I used to play like that. that's the point where you can actually say that you're more of a golfer than you're a drummer. You know, when you're talking to those guys, you can be like, "Oh, I'm more into golf."
But you see, the thing is that I know that Craig Laurie's a mad golfer as well.
He is.
So
what did he do after the Worlds? He went and hit like something like 37.
They took the whole corner and played golf before the Worlds. Anyway, the point is that you probably do you know what you've got to realise, Jason? I'm going to break this to you, right?
Tell me, man.
And this is really hard to accept, right? So as a 54-year-old guy, right? Yeah. I've now came to these kind of these plateaus in my life where I've realised this, right? And the amazing words of Happy Gilmore, right? The film. See, when he loves the fact that he's an ice hockey player, right?
Yes.
And his girlfriend, as she's leaving him, she just says, "Happy, you're just not that good. Yeah. You're just not that good. You're just not good at it." Now, here's the thing, right? I think that people are exceptional at things, right? At things. They're an exceptional drummer. They're an exceptional racing car driver or something like that. I think you normally find that they're good at something else. You know, they're normally good at things, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's this other band of people, right, that are kind of rubbish at everything, but they keep dabbling.
Yeah.
There should be like maybe the gifted police that go out there, right? And they go to people like us and go, like, "You're not allowed in the golf course." What?
You just have to stop.
Stop. You're allowed to watch it on the TV. You can watch things on the telly, but you're not allowed to play it. Or you're not allowed to come up. What are you doing? I'm on this drum kit. No, you're not. No, you. Go, away you go.
Some kind of hobby counsellor that just comes around and is just like...
I'm only kidding, everybody. Get on it. Infuriate the good guys. Infuriate the masters, which obviously...
They say that grit is the number one predictor of success, right? And that is just to keep going back and doing it. And, you know, who knows if that's true. But I'm going to...
My daughter, I've got a guitar, right? So the thing about my daughter, I've got a guitar, which I put beside the chair in the living room, right?
Yeah.
It was here for ages. Anyway, my daughter plays the guitar. One of my daughters, we've got two. So one of my daughters, she's a guitarist and she plays guitar. Mm-hmm. So she took it's like a wee 3/4 guitar. I love it.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
It's a lovely wee thing to play. Anyway, she kind of took it and she had it in her bedroom.
Awesome.
And she's got like 5 guitars. And I says, that's a song, by the way, 5 guitars. Anyway, I said to her, I says, I want it back. Right? I miss it being downstairs. I want it back. Bring it back to me. So she brought it back and it's now residing beside my chair. So it means I can pick it up when I'm bored.
Yes.
And I'm watching telly, I can just play a couple of chords. Right?
Yeah.
But she heard me play it the other day and she says, that was a waste of me bringing that guitar downstairs. I should take that back up the stairs. I should take that back off you.
Oh.
I just thought, a bit harsh. A bit harsh. Just leave it. And she said, obviously you can't really play it. I said, no, I know that. I said, but Sherlock Holmes can't play the violin. I says, but nobody stops Sherlock Holmes playing the violin. He does it just to zone out. Just to kind of...
It's that part of your brain, you need to do it.
So it doesn't matter how rubbish I am, right? The guitar stays, I'm playing rotten chords, 3 chords and the truth. I got the Sex Pistols by, it'll work for me, I don't care. You're getting that. That's what you're getting. GDA. Right? That's what you're getting. And again. Badly.
GDA.
I can get this chord. No, I can get this.
Wait.
Wait. It's coming.
So anyway, that's the going back to it. That's the source of my sore head. Sunburn. So, tell me about yours.
The source of my sore head. You're going to love this. Well, I loved it. Right. This was the best thing that ever happened to me in a long time. Right. A long time.
Expand.
So Thursday past was like staff Christmas drinks, right?
Yeah, Christmas party. It's the season. We're doing it.
Well, wait. Now, you're saying Christmas party. It wasn't really a Christmas party. It was like kind of Middle-aged guys going for a meal at lunchtime,
Oh,
right?
okay.
With drinks.
Dressed up.
So we went, actually, we called it potted sports. So I don't know if anybody's aware of this, right? Christmas drinks, like smoking, right, is in the bin now, right? They don't like calling it drinks. Well, the armies went a bit corporate.
No, I
and
get
they,
you.
and they don't like calling it drinks anymore.
Yeah.
Gone are the days of getting absolutely who-had, right, and make a fool of yourself. They're gone.
Yeah.
Everybody's to kind of sit round and kind of be a bit more reserved and sip the said drinks. Anyway, so for the benefit of organisational purposes, I called it staff potted sports. Now, for anybody that knows what potted sports is, it's like things like, like kind of almost parlour games, or, you could call it pool and darts. And,
Okay.
but you would do it like maybe one hand tied behind the back type thing. That would be potted sports, right?
Yeah, right.
So with that in mind, I thought, well, we can call it potted sports because the pubs normally get a pool table or a dartboard. So anyway, we went to that on the Thursday. And on the Thursday, someone turned to me. I'll name him now. Jim, right? Jim. Who is our kind of logistics master, right? He's a logistics guy. And he is a great logistics guy. So a big shout out for that. He's a fantastic guy that delivers everything that you need. And I mean everything. Right?
Yep.
What a guy. Anyway, in fact, you've met Jim, have you know?
Of course I have.
Yeah, he's a legend, isn't he? He's a legendary guy. Right, so if you need it, he'll get you. Right, if it's got a serial number on it, it's coming to you, right? So he turns around to me, and he's always done me favours, right? And he turns around to me and says, I've never seen you at like a proper kind of function, like an army function where we all sit down looking like kind of clowns, like with dicky bows and all. Yeah. He said, I've never seen you at one of these things. He says, do you even have the kind of attire for it? Kind of seriously? He says, I've not even seen you in it. I went, I don't go to them anymore. He's like, what? I said, I don't go to them. I avoid them like the plague, right? I said, I've not been to one in about, 12 years, right? I genuinely just don't go to them. He's like, that's a bit rubbish. He says, why no? I says, because basically, I would say about maybe 1/3 of the room I don't want to talk to.
Oh.
So, no, genuinely, it's like
it's like a
people
Christmas.
Wait, hey, cast them from amongst you. Just get away from these people. It says in Scripture, don't hang about with people that are bad for you. Bottom line, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, I says, like, you know what? No, and alcohol, bit of truth serum. Tell people what you think. Not a good idea. It's not very politically good, right?
That's right.
So best avoid it, right? So I do avoid it. So he kind of guilted me into it. He says, there's one coming up. The Christmas do is on Saturday night, right? And he says, you should go to that. And I was like, But the excuse factor for not going was getting zero or getting less and less, right? The excuse factor is too far away. Well, it wasn't. It was in Paisley, right? So it's actually our patch. So that was excuse number one, debunked.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse number two, I was like, well, I could just sit at home, with the missus and watch telly and day Christmas corner. That was my plan.
You do that every night. Do you do that every?
Yeah, I do that every night. But wait a minute, right? The thing is like this weekend I had the plan of Christmas corner where I festoon and Christmasize the back garden, right? And I was like, so I had that in my head. I thought, no, I'll do that, and I'll get a couple of maybe a couple of Baileys or something, But Mrs. Drumhead was going to an event last night, so I'd have been on my own. So I thought,
you can't do Christmas corner by yourself.
I thought, you know what? I'll just go and I could get a lift. And by the way, it wasn't no public transport involved. I was getting a lift. Anyway,
yeah.
I turns up, right? The price of a drink, honestly, was outrageous, right? They were selling you, for them out there that in bibs and alcohol, it was something like £6.50. Maybe, I think £6 odds, maybe nearly £7 for a can of Guinness, where it's called this Guinness Nitro or whatever, where they try to they try to BS you where they say, "Oh, it goes into this machine, and it works itself, and it's almost like the same as a draft pint of Guinness."
That's
It's no.
That's the thing you're supposed to have at your own house, like.
Honestly, it's garbage, right? So it takes forever for the bar staff to work. And by the way, is it a Glenburn or Glenhill Hotel? Never go there in Paisley.
Oh.
Don't ever go there, right? The reason, and I'm naming it right because one, their drinks list was far too expensive for any sane person, right? You're not going to go there for drinks ever, right? And secondly, we got a meal, and I can only describe it as, I suppose, best average.
Oh.
So the main reason I went last night, I thought, well, I'll get a feed, I'll get a meal.
That's right.
The soup was good. The main, honestly, was, I would say, tired, right?
Oh.
And we went to a thing called the Star Bar for our Christmas drinks, like the staff one. We went to a thing called the Star Bar, and I do it every year. Well, done it for the past 2 years. Where you can get
your shout as well, hey?
My shout. You can get a 3-course meal. A 3-course meal for a £5. £5. They're doing a 3-course. That's a soup. A soup, meat and 2 veg, and a dessert, jelly and ice cream for £5.
Wow.
Right?
You don't even have to care about what it tastes like at that point.
Genuinely, right?
It already tastes good.
I passed round the memo, everybody went, I'll pay for the Christmas meal, as if I'm a great guy, right? However, this year they'd put the price up because of inflation.
Oh.
£7 it was, right? £7 for the meal. And I was like, getting a bit pricey, though. But here's the sinister point, right? The meal at the Star Bar, and if you're ever on the south side of Glasgow, take yourself round there and get the meal, right? The meal deal. 3-course meal, £7. And by the way, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good meal, right? It's, I don't know, it's just normal.
Yeah.
Meat and 2 veg, normal scoff, right?
Yeah,
like your roast beef or whatever, or chicken, but right,
brilliant.
Tatties. All that kind of stuff. The scoff in the Glenhill Hotel in Renfrew, right, where they're thinking, oh, this is a bit posh-nosh. It was worse.
Oh.
It was worse. It was like, I was like, what is this? I can get this for £7 in the south side of Glasgow, and these guys are trying to kid on it something fancy. It was garbage. Right, anyway. And then also to kind of compound the garbageness, it was so expensive for a pint. And I'm like, this isn't a night out. This is a punishment. You're punishing your guests.
Do you want me to be?
Do you want people to come in this? Right, anyway. So with that in mind, right, I was like, right, well done. I just want to go. Right, I don't want to be spending my money here.
Yeah.
However, the highlight of the night is a raffle. And the raffle's good.
Oh.
Right, there's a money tree and there's a raffle.
Okay.
The star prize last night was £500.
That'll pay for the dinner.
Guess who won it?
No.
Aye.
What?
So out I come, and you have to pick the envelope, so you don't know what you're getting, right? So you have to just pick the right envelope. Boom. Open the envelope. £500. I was like,
oh
yes.
My goodness.
And I can imagine the raging
Scotch corner.
Scotch corner. I can imagine the raging people that never see me at these things. And I'm like, thanks very much. I'll be back in 10 years' time.
You just had a massive whinge on all the staff, and you're like, do you think this is all right, what you're doing to me? And you go up and collect £500.
Aye. So I'm like, thanks very much. Get me a taxi. I'm out of here.
Wow. I couldn't think of anyone more deserving than you.
Oh, do you know what? Honestly, it was just sweet as a nut. I just thought,
wow.
Thanks, big man. Thank you. He was obviously looking out for me last night. He's like, tell you what, I'm going to just turn this around for that guy. There you go. Take £500, Lairty. What? Take £500.
Well, I suppose it is Christmas, like.
Anyway, so that was my
unreal
for the kind of sore head this morning.
Unreal. Oh man.
Aye.
That's great. A Christmas
so
miracle.
That's a Christmas miracle. That's a great. And by the way, nobody's seen any of that. I'm spending it on myself.
Yeah,
selfishly.
So you should.
Mrs. Drumhead was like that to me last night. What are you going to do with that? I was like, maybe put myself a wee trip into Alicante. Andrew can too. Andrew Canty. I like calling it that. They get lovely weather this time of year. It's about 20, it's not about 17, between 17 and you can get 21 degrees in Alicante. And I'm like, that's where I need to be.
Nice. Hey,
moving on.
I'm no financial advisor, but I'd say maybe stash that away for some new tyres next year.
That word's not allowed in this show. However, what I would say is, on the same subject of cheapness, right?
Yeah.
Don't know if you've noticed I'm wearing I've festooned myself with a Christmas jersey.
You've got a bit of Lidl for every time of the year, hey?
Do you know what? I was discussing this with my wife, right? About the Lidl thing, right?
Yeah.
And Mrs. Drumhead prefers Aldi, by the way. She's like, I prefer Aldi. And I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. I get it, by the way. I kind of, right, anyway. But I've always said this, right? So, I like watching the cycling and all that kind of thing. That's even though I'm rubbish at that as well, right? Rotten at the cycling, right? But I love watching it, right? I love watching the Tour de France and all that kind of stuff, right? I think it's amazing. Real athletes, right? I mean, the insanity of the Tour de France as a physical act is unbelievable. And Lidl obviously do Lidl Trek. They sponsor their team. Lidl Trek. So here's my thing, right? So for the people out there that are maybe a bit, well, I'm going to say the word snooty. When they see you wearing like Lidl sliders and they think, what's that about? Why not wearing Crocs? Or why not wearing this? Or why not wearing expensive ones? But here's what I'm going to say, right? I've had expensive sliders. People, not me, I don't buy them, right? Other people buy me stuff, right? If it was left to me, I'd walk about in my bare feet or something like that. I wouldn't be clothed, right? But the reason I bought the Lidl sliders, right? Or I think it was Mrs. Lid bought me Lidl sliders. And they're probably one of the best pair of sliders I've ever had.
You just
right?
love them, eh?
They're rock solid. They're indestructible. They're always going to be there. They're like a good friend, right? but somebody, this is going back, right? Somebody, bizarrely, I like the fact that people try to quantify your wealth by the clothes that you wear. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like, for me, right? It's a bit like people try to dress to say, I'm not poor.
Yeah.
Right? I'm wearing something that's really expensive. So that means I'm all right. I'm part of you guys. And I just think, did we not leave that in primary 7? Did we not leave that behind at secondary school? Surely we must all be wise enough now that we can actually just go, it's a very good product, that, at a sensible price. I'm buying that, right? Can we not do that? I mean, and then some of the stuff it's like some of the stuff that I get that I genuinely think, oh, that's banging. Anyway, the jumper, a tenner or something like it was £8 on them. Yeah. And I just thought, I'm having that. And it says Lidl. And
it's
because they sponsor the cycling, I feel as if, because I can't afford the Trek stuff.
You're part of the team now. You're part of the team.
That's right, I'm part of the team. This is my drum score equivalent to cycling. And I'm like that. So rather than buying the expensive merch, which is Lidl Trek, which is the Trek part, they're expensive. Even you look at it, they're expensive. Why not just go to the bargain bucket side and just buy the Lidl stuff and go,
it's still Lidl.
It's still Lidl. It's still the same folk that sponsor that team.
Honestly, I think we should be writing out to Lidl to get a little bit of drum score sponsorship. I
would love if somebody to say to me, right, the Christmas miracle, right? If Santa does exist, Mr. Lidl or the guys that own Lidl would phone me up and go, Lairdy, we're loving the drum score. We want to do a drum score Lidl product
range. Yes,
I'd just be like,
we've got the answer to your merch problems.
I can die now. I can die now. That's me. I've done what I need to do on this planet.
Mission complete.
Lidl drum score. Anyway,
hey, so that's what you got for Christmas, right? But like, what's your actual wish list? What have you got on your wish list for when Santa pops around?
Right, for my wish list, I want my sponsors to hurry up and pay for my drum pads for my core. That's what I really want, right? So I've spoke to Russell Esler. I want the rogue pads. I want the new ones. I want them on the magnetic stand. And I want that hurry up and I want that deal done because I've asked people to pay for that. I've warned Russell off. Russell expects it. They've still not paid me the money yet. So they want to hurry up. I'm getting quite. This is one of the things, right? See, when you're dealing with other people and you're wanting them to kind of march to the beat that you've got, it's always ends up where you get depressed and raging because they're not working at my pace. I'm in 2023. They seem to be in 1873. I'm like, what's going on here? Well, we're going to discuss it at the table. Worry up, man.
Come on, guys. It's not hard.
I'll probably be dead by the time they get the thing bought.
That's probably what they're hoping.
So that's one of the things I want. And obviously, I want the same thing. I want funds to buy Stevie Crichton sticks.
Yes.
I've still not got his sticks yet. I've played on the sticks.
And you're talking, you want a bucket of them. You don't just want one set.
No, I want a shed load for the core, for the team. I want us all wearing Stevie Crichton sticks and playing on the rogue pad.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, and I want more drummers.
Oh, okay.
Santa, bring me more drummers. I want more people to come forward. There's people out there that know about this show, and for whatever reason, they're hesitating, they're holding back. And I'm like, do you know what? Just put your hat in the ring.
Commit.
And just get into the core. Get in there.
Guys. It'll be good.
We've spoken this, but it's numbers, right?
Yeah.
We need the numbers. And we've not got the numbers at the back end. I want more people. I want a core, a 20, and then we can pick and choose who we play.
Wow.
Right? But obviously that's not going to happen. But basically, I want double digits at the back end. And it's frustrating because I know there's people out there that could lend a hand. We're only day four contests. And I'm like, what is the actual thing that's holding people back? I.e., the commitment. And I know that I'm trying to say it's the minimal commitment I could possibly do for a competition band. Four contests isn't a lot. So hurry up. Get in touch with us.
You're doing the 4 contests, for sure.
It's looking like 4.
Yeah.
We think 4. And again, that's roughly where we're at, 4.
Nice.
And basically the Worlds, a contest before the Worlds, like probably the week before. We'll probably do the major that's in Edinburgh because it's kind of like a home gig. So we practice in Edinburgh. So that would be an easy one to hit. One at the start of the season, a very start, and the last one being Dunoon, Cowl. We're going to play that just as a social kind of thing. So the point is it's not a great demand on people. So hurry up and get your names in. I'm getting fed up. I'm actually going to have to work about maybe physically threatening people that I know it's drummers.
We're there already, eh?
I'll go round with the van, tooled up. I'll be around next Saturday night. You know what you need to do? You need to join that band.
Use your hands or I'm breaking them.
Speaking of, that's fair enough. You're not using them, mate. You may as well lose a couple of
fingers. Speaking of the Santa's wish list, I must be on his naughty list or something because every year I keep asking him for a new pair of hands. Give me a new pair of horns. It's not happening.
Do you know what? Right? Do you know what? It doesn't matter. If you know what you should say to Santa. Do you know what you should say to Santa in the cosmos? You should say, listen, my hands are that bad, right, that it's hurting people to listen to. So actually, it's an element of evil. So help me.
You're making this happen.
You're making this evilness happen in the world. Make it good. I want to sound like Nate Smith on the kit. And I want to sound like Stevie Crichton on the snare. Make it ham.
Yeah. It's not hard.
Hard. Come on, just...
Speaking of... speaking of the old Scots veterans, you were talking to me something about band accounts. What was all this about?
Right. So, we've decided, well, I've decided that it'd be best we've got an accountant. So we're going to an accountant,
Yes.
and they're going to do the whole organise the account and
That's when it
organise
becomes.
the bank account and
Now it's proper
organise.
legit.
Yeah, and it just makes things above board, and it's all kind of see through. So I'm actually dealing with him this week before Christmas. I've been waylaid with things.
Lady, you better watch out because that's sort of leading down the path of we're going to have to start having AGMs and all that.
Well, we've got to have an AGM anyway because of the RSPBA. So every pipe band must have an AGM,
Wow.
right? And we do have we can have an AGM. It's not. We had one. We had to hold an AGM and take minute meetings at the start of last year in order to facilitate the fact that we're a legitimate pipe band. And that's one of the things. You must have an AGM. You must have like your members and and say, like, this is what we're trying to do. This is the stall.
Wow, that's a condition of play.
Well, that's one of the conditions that you've got to be transparent.
Yeah.
You can't be a band that's not well. For obvious reasons, you've got to be like, this is the band, this is your AGM, this is our members. You've got to vote in members.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the secretary? Who's going to be that? You've got to vote them in. So it's to make sure that obviously the band is kind of trying to be above board and transparent.
Yeah.
So I think I submitted the AGM notes or the minutes when I was registering the band or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow, so someone in the RSPBA has actually gone through that and gone, yeah, right, there you go.
Somebody in the RSPBA maybe read that and went, what are these jokers all about? I've seen it all now. I've seen it. They're like that to the guy the next over. He's like, look at this. What? He's look at this. Look at these clowns are doing.
That does it, Jim. I'm backing it
in. So really, apart from that, apart from wanting drummers, apart from the pads and wanting people to hurry up and give money. Oh, here's a thing. Reference gives money. Reference the band.
Mm-hmm.
This is a classic, right? So, I get a phone call last week, and a guy phones me up and says, do you think your band, it's not my band, right? It's the Scots Veterans, right? So it's not me. I just happen to be a guy that could pick up the phone. He says, do you think the Scots Veterans could do a gig for me? And I went, aye. Well, I immediately said aye, because I thought, we need a gig, right? And I was like, aye. And then he told me what the gig was, and then I couldn't really roll back. I was committed, right? So he says to me, do you think the Scottish Veterans would like to do a gig for? I said, aye, I'm sure we could. What's the gig? Ibrox Park, Armed Forces Day. I was like, what?
That's massive.
What? I was like, I'm sorry. What did you say? For a minute there, I thought you said Ibrox, but yeah, Govan side or no, Ibrox Park. I'm like, right.
So
and then he goes for the Rangers Hearts game, and I just thought, oh, this is getting worse. I was like, what? Rangers Hearts. I was like, it's going to be like my skin melting off my body, man. I thought, all right, great. That's just what thanks for that. I just thought, aye, I suppose we could maybe do that. But
so, hey, man, a gig's a gig, man.
A gig's a gig, but that's going to be sore for me. It's going to be painful. It's going to be painful, and I'm just going to have to smile and wave.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yay! So, that's. So, fortunately, the pipe major, he loves it. He loves the idea. Yeah. He's like,
I'd be
great.
I'd be stoked.
He's like, I'll get to see the game and all. I'm like, oh. I would rather stick bamboo shoots up my fingernails. But
it's all in the name of music.
It's all in the name of progress, Trips. Somehow. There's progress there somewhere. I don't know where, but So I said, aye. Maybe the moral of the story is you should always say, what's the gig? See, I wouldn't have needed to pass that on. I could have just said, nah, we're not doing that. And then nobody would have known.
Obviously,
but
obviously, the next question to ask there is, how much is it paying?
and by the way, listen, this is the worst thing, right? It is a free gig. We're doing it for a charity, right?
Oh, true.
But we are doing it for charity. But it's good prominence for the band. We spoke about this before, didn't we? About people getting gigs and doing it. We'll do it for a free meal and all that, right?
Yep.
So this is your free meal gig type thing. We're doing it for the prominence of the band. I think it's good prominence. It's
a big gig.
That's a big gig. It'll promote the band. Yeah. But there's a moral quandary there for me. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. Well,
I know that, and there'll be folk watching this going like, yeah, yes, Yaldi, get it, Yaldi. I'm like,
they'll be there as well. They're making make sure
they'll be there. And you know what? There'll be people there at Ibrox that will see me there, and they'll be like, what are you doing here? You're the last person I thought was going to be here today.
Wow.
You're like, well,
that's
life's full of surprises.
The times they're changing.
Brilliant, isn't it? So there you go.
One day you're winning 500 quid down at the pub.
Yeah,
the next you're playing at Ibrox.
It's the whole yin and yang of life, Jason. It's the whole yin and yang.
It's a beautiful thing. All right, pal. Well, I think honestly that brings our Christmas show to an end here. Just like the year it's been absolutely mahoosive. I think we need to just think about what happened this year. We did go to the Worlds and cross that line, and whatever happened during that, and all these episodes we've released, all the new subscribers we've had, though we'd like some more.
Yeah, listen, do you know what? It's been a good year for us.
Yeah.
I think generally. I think it's been we've been kind of finding our feet. We've been kind of trying to understand how to work the vehicle better. I mean, the band thing and the podcast has been a kind of, it's like a kind of juxtaposition almost.
That was something that we learnt, wasn't it? That was like,
it's like, you know,
doing both.
It didn't really work the way we thought it was going to work.
Yeah.
But then we are where we are. I suppose it's just we're just going to have to take it the way it is.
Yep. Got to thank the drumheads for tuning in and.
Listen, we're going to thank
those loyal few who actually.
169 subscribers or something like that.
169 we're at as of this moment. Yeah.
I'd like to see that get to around 200 by the new year. So if you're not subscribing, why are you not subscribing? In fact, you know what? This is what I was going to say. If you're not subscribing, write in and tell me why you're not subscribing. Just go like, you know what? I hate you. Absolutely hate having to see your stupid tatty head on a screen. It's the last thing I'd want to do. I would genuinely like the negative comments. I'd like to read the negative stuff. In fact, I think I'd prefer the negative stuff more than the positive stuff.
Yeah, you turn the positive stuff easier. You turn the good ones into the negatives as well.
You're like, oh, it's great. Oh, I love your show and all that. And then,
what does he mean by that?
I like the stuff to say, do you know what? I hate your stupid face and that beard. I'd love to punch that beard off your face. Stuff like that. I'll be like, yes, this is what I want. Real meaning, real passion. It's almost like, do you remember when we're talking to Flam 5 guy?
Yes.
Right. Flam 5 guy alluded to something. I think we should maybe talk about it. I don't know why we should bring it at Christmas, right? Because it's meant to be goodwill to all men, isn't it? Or women, right? But goodwill to all men. And he said something that was quite true. He said, you should maybe discuss what people hate about pipe bands, right? Things that really kind of annoy you. Like flies in the ointment about other bands or people turning up. For instance, right, I think there's a special place in my heart for bucket hats.
Yeah.
When I've got absolute hatred for them, right? And some bands
So
go with
you
them with
said.
gusto. Some bands go with them with gusto, right? They love them, right? And I just see them and I just think, no, just don't. Just please don't. Don't wear a bucket hat with your kit. Just don't do that.
Yeah.
It just looks garbage.
You've dressed it
It's
down.
it's like the worst Oasis tribute ever. Isn't it? It's like, I'm wearing this bucket hat because I'm a bit edgy. You're no edgy. You look like a clown, right? But, I can't stop you wearing it. Well, I suppose I could maybe try and attack you and
Rip it
take it
off your
off you,
head.
but right,
Yeah.
you rip it off your head. But by and large, I just look and I go, what were you thinking? And do you think that's a good look? So that's my one that I go. He had one. His one was it white trainers
With
with a kit?
With the kilt and all that, like with the hose and everything.
I agree
White
with that
trainers.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm just like, so I don't know what people are thinking, and maybe people should get back to us and say what they hate.
Give us your peeve, your
What's-
pipe
aye,
band
what's-
peeve.
You're kind of early E, somebody comes in with an early E, you go, that's the game over. And for me, the bucket hat's an early E. You're just like that I can't look at you seriously now.
Yeah.
I can't treat your core seriously.
I have to say there are some cores with the bucket hats, and it's got some weapon drummers in it, so it's kind of like backed up.
But I
You
know,
what I mean?
and
It's
I've got one. I've got a core that I'm thinking of now, and I know they're good.
Yeah.
Right?
They're like, we're
And they
gonna
go-
wear
they
the
go
bucket
mad.
hats.
And they go mad for it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, great horns, guys, but reference the bucket hats. No,
Yeah.
just no. So I don't know. There must be other things out there that folk hate.
What's not your cup of tea? That's what we want to know.
What's not your cup of tea? What Disney float your boat? The list's endless, by the way. See me actually think about it.
Yeah.
There's we could probably run
Oh,
this on a show every week. What folk hate.
I do really. I mean, I feel like this show was born out of that kind of idea, anyway. So that's what we're all about.
Listen, Merry Christmas, bye. What have you brought round for Christmas dinner? Oh, this guy, and he's just going to tell you what he hates. Don't bring him.
The Grinch. He's literally sitting right here, folks. Yeah.
Don't bring that guy for Christmas dinner. Just leave him. Just leave him in the home himself. Right? We need Christmas dinner because he's that guy. So just leave him.
Let's wrap this up. Let's get out of here, mate. We've done it.
Right.
This is 2025 now.
Merry
It's
Christmas,
the
everybody.
most wonderful
Wonderful
time
time
of the year.
Yeah.
Laters.